Good morning and welcome to the Detroit Community Calendar. I'm your host, Juline Jordan, and joining me today is Andreas Wilderer, author of Lean On, The 5 Pillars of Support for Women in Leadership. I love this topic. Welcome.
Good morning, Juline.
It's great to talk to you, and we're talking about stay-at-home dads, which has been happening more and more all the time. In fact, you did this very same thing, didn't you?
I did it, and I'm still doing it, and I'm doing it for 13 years now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because your wife has a great career, right?
Yes, we can't complain. She is traveling all the time, and so I had to step up and be the stay-home dad.
How many kids do you have?
We have 2 kids, 12 and 8 years old.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the stigma that's often goes along with the stay-at-home dad. What are the stigmas?
I would say the biggest stigma is that dads babysit and not parent. So yes, stay-home dads do parenting, and all dads and fathers can do parenting, and when they get a chance to do it.
Yeah, and so how much has this increased? Why is it not so unusual anymore?
It has increased because I think society is ready to let the women into the workplace. We have more and more females that are breaking the glass ceiling. We have more and more the social trends that it's okay for a female to have a career. And so by having more and more females going back to work or leaning into their work, they need someone to lean on. And most of the times those are stay-home dads now.
Okay, so there's a lot of things to consider when making this decision. How did you and your wife come to this decision?
We stumbled into this decision. So she made more than me, and her employer brought us to the U.S. I was not able to work at the beginning in the U.S. because of the visa. And so here I was being a stay-home dad in the U.S. And my wife was very happy with the situation, and me too, so that everybody knew the kids are taken care of and we don't need a nanny, and they are raised by someone they love. And so that's how I became a stay-home dad.
So sometimes I'm sure there are issues or conflicts that happen due to this situation. Did you have any of those?
We had a lot of those, and that's why I wrote my book, to help people not to get in most of those conflicts. And we had the most conflicts because we didn't talk openly with each other. We did not define roles, who is doing what. We did not voice our expectations onto the other partner. And so that's where we had our most conflicts with each other.
And how did you deal with that?
We went through counseling. We tried our best and stick together and overcame those. And now we are living a more open life in terms of communication.
Okay, that's good. That's great advice. Now, how about, usually it's the man who takes out the garbage and the woman does the cooking. Not as much anymore. But how has that changed in your family?
For us, it has changed to that way that I'm still doing everything because my wife is gone most of the week. So she leaves on Monday morning and comes home Friday night. So it sticks to me. And on the weekends, we share responsibilities. So that's how we manage it.
Okay. Now, in your book, you say that it's vital to empower your partner, and that doing so is a two-way street. So explain that to me.
So we have a lot of times the situation that the mom goes to work, but here's all those great things. Oh, you need to keep your kids on a feeding schedule. You should read this book. That's how we are going to do it. And she dictates what the stay-home dad should do or what play dates the kids go to, and is still managing the schedule or micromanaging him at home. And this is what I mean with empowerment. If the stay-home dad is at home, it's up on him to figure all those things out. And yes, communicate with his wife, but have his own strong opinion how he wants to manage day to day.
Okay. And another bullet point that I read is that a marriage can grow stronger when the dad stays at home. How does that all work?
For us, it stayed stronger that we could support each other. For me, being here at home, my wife really could follow her dream and follow her career and focus on that. And so I was able to support her. And the other way around, she started to support me with projects, with my book, with everything I wanted to do, to give back for me, to say, I stopped being in the career world for a few years, and she tried to help me through this time. So that's how we came stronger together.
I think that's great. What a happy turn of events, you know. Let's talk about that book. Andreas Wilderer, author of Lean On, the 5 Pillars of Support for Women in Leadership. So tell us what we can learn from your book.
So my book is about how can men actively support the women that go back to work. And it does not only need to be a man that is doing full-time stay-home dad. It also can be a man that still has his own career, that is still working outside of the house or is working part-time. And I'm going through 5 pillars that every couple or every person should run through.
Now, is that available on your website or?
It is available on my website, but it's also available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Okay.
And the website is, tell us that.
The website is leanon.info.
Oh, okay. Leanon.info. Okay, wonderful. Well, this has been very interesting to me. I think it's great that you wrote this book. And for anyone out there who is in any of those situations, this would be a great book to get. Andreas Wilderer, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me this morning.
WCSX Detroit.